Hi, in today's tutorial we'll look at the views, the new saving views and filters. We have added a lot of functionality. I think it'll be really useful for all of you guys. So let's get started. So first of all, you might have seen this new filter option here, but there's a lot more going on now, yes? So we just deployed a way for you to save views and also change views, and that's what I want to show you, and then we'll get into how you use that when searching for RFQs for Dibbs. But you can use that for your own board as well, right? Currently, let's say we have two views here, the last bids one and this one. By the way, these are now drag and droppable, so you can reorder them. Okay, you can also go on any of them, and you can save as. Let's say you want to save as new. Okay, now it's gonna add a new view here, and again you can do that with different filters, right? Let's say for this new view we wanted to change and see only one bids, right? You can do that. Now it's gonna, I guess we don't have anything one, but I'm gonna go ahead and save this view. But let's make everything, something one and go back to it, right? So this is, we change this to one, go back to this one, and it should come up here. Okay, but now we can also change settings on this, right? We just, I think we set it for the one. Maybe we want to name this as one. Okay, there's also this pin feature, which is really nice. I'll show you that in a second. So you can change the name. It's all good. You can also unpin it. So when you unpin it, it actually still is in the system, but it doesn't show up anymore on your tabs here. However, you can always bring back the view by going into these settings here, manage views, and here you want to select that other view to pin. Okay, if I save this, and now we have our one back, view back. So I think it's really nice because now you can actually create and change, and you can change the ordering and all that. So you can position it the way you want, name it the way you want. You can add more filters. By the way, all the changes you make here, if you save it, it's gonna retain that view, including the column selection, right? Let's say I don't want to see all the columns here. Let's say I only want to see bid status, I don't know, FSC code. So you could do that, and I gotta fix this, by the way. But you can also maybe not select the word unit. Okay, so let's say I only want it. It keeps coming up. I gotta fix that. But anyway, so if I save this now, then every time I go back to it, it's only gonna have those columns for me, and same goes for any sorting I add, any filters I add. It's gonna retain all those, right? Which is, I think, really nice. Now that's gonna work for across all the lists you have, all the tables. But what's nice is, I think that's really useful for your CRM. But now going into Dibbs, I think this is where it's gonna shine, because now you can filter the RFQs based on your targets. And every day when you come here, you can see the ones that you want, right? Let's say, as an example, I want to create a new view. I'm going to do a save as. I want to, let's say, target batteries, right, as my view name. Okay, and then what I want to do is start filtering this. Let's say I think it's FSC code 6140 for that. Okay, let's search for it. So I think, yeah, those are batteries, which is cool. But let's say I also want to filter by the NSN. Let's say I don't want to see everything. I only want to see a couple of the NSNs that I kind of target. You could do that. So now you can come here, you can say, you know what, this time I want to add a group. I want to say NSN. By the way, we'll probably add a way for you to copy paste list of NSNs you want to follow, but in the meantime you can do this. Let's say I want to follow this NSN, and I also want another one. I'm gonna make that NSN. And by the way, I want to make this OR, right? So basically either this or this. I want to see those. FSC code is this. So far so good. I'm gonna apply this. So now I'll only see those that I selected, right? So I think all good now. You can also add more filters, right? Let's say, in this case, let's do one more thing before we coding there. So I'm gonna add one more view, one more filter here, but this time I'm gonna say NSN. As I notice, like the ones I like, I usually start with this number. So I'm gonna say it's basically starts with that number, right? So I'm gonna see everything that starts with the first 6 digits in this case, but you can, up to you how you want to do that. I'm gonna hit apply, so I should technically see more. All good. But now let's say, you know what, I don't want to see any TikTok ones or the ones that require JCP or ISO. I can also do that. I can come here, but this time it's not a part of the group anymore. I actually want to do a filter and filter. Right, I want to say ISO is false. Oh, I want to do another one, TikToks. By the way, for false, I can also enter 0. Right, it's more enough to know 0 is false, so 1 is true. And then I want to do one more here. I want to say JCP is false. Okay, so I'm gonna filter those out. See, it did that. So now it kind of narrows it down to much smaller list that I can kind of quickly go here. And by the way, I want to save this. I want to make sure you keep these changes, right? So as soon as I save it, it's gonna retain all of my filters here. So then every time I come here, even if I refresh the page, okay, it's gonna retain all those filters as we've done it before. Okay, all those settings we did. So all good now. So every day I come here and take a look, I can quickly see based on my filters if there are any new opportunities. By the way, you can, if you don't want to see all the columns here, you can again do the same, right? Let's say I don't want to see nomenclature, right? Let's say I know I'm filtering this out, so maybe I don't want to see some of them, like FSC code, because it's part of my filters. I don't need to see it anymore, right? I can take it out. So you could do all that. You can unselect the columns you don't want to see. Maybe the nomenclature I also don't want to see. Okay, so kind of gives me quick view of the dates, inspection point, FOB point. These ones you can also take out if you wanted to, right? And now it's kind of a quicker list for me to take a look. By the way, I always want to see the quantity, yeah, unit issue, last unit price that it was sold for, and I can save this view. Okay, if I wanted to do, you probably have seen other demos, but if you wanted to kind of see more about this NSN, you can always click on it. Yeah, it'll kind of open up this view for you, and in this view you can look at the approved parts, yeah, RFQs, laid RFQs, NSN history, and so on. So you still have the quick access here. By the way, this is a quick access to the Dibbs, right? If you wanted to bid on something, you can technically directly go to that RFQ. Like in this case, it's been canceled, but you can it's a quick link. So in this case, it's open, right? So you don't have to go find it. That kind of concludes today's demo. Again, we have deployed this, so you can, by the way, all the views that you create here are really dedicated to your company, to your account. So the only one that's shared is, you see the log here, and this view, if you notice, it doesn't have a menu. This is a shared view, the first one. You can't really change that, but any new views that you create, it's basically meant for your company only. No one else will have access to them. Yeah. Thanks for watching. That concludes today's demo. Be sure to check out the links in the description to get a discount code. Thanks for watching.